What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night. Hope you're all getting ready for Christmas. For those that celebrate it, for those that don't, happy holidays. Whatever your holiday is, happy and merry to all of you. We got some stuff to talk about. The Alex Verdugo press conference. Aaron Boone speaks. The Yankees made 2 moves today. And we'll get to Yamamoto too. But let me just make this clear. He's not a Yankee yet. So I'm not going to treat him like he's more important than people who are actually Yankees. I'm not doing it. Other people can, not me. So that doesn't mean he's not important because he is. But the people who are actually here, or actually Yankees, aren't just as important. So, and that's just my take on it. But shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. And we're just waiting. And we heard the Giants are out a little bit ago. MLBTradeRumors.com and some other reporters are beating him. We also heard Jack Curry report that the Yankees have made a substantial offer. We know this already. So how substantial? I don't know. It sounds as if the offers might be in the $230, $250 range, $250 million range. I don't buy the 250 to 300 thing with the Dodgers because if he had a $300 million offer, he would have signed already, especially if it was significantly larger than the other offers. So that's the stat. But shout out to Hayden, Stephen B. Aiden's in the house. Laura, hello. How are you? Train, my man Maz is here too. Jonathan, my man. Texas Buckeye. I was just asking about you. How you been, man? Haven't seen you in a while. I was hoping you were doing okay. I feel better seeing you in here, man. I was worried. Texas Buckeye. It's good. It's good. I'm really happy that you're on here. Happy that you're on here, man. I really am. Yeah. I don't know why my background isn't working. What's going on here? There it is. I don't know why it took so long to come on here, but whatever. But that's my new. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get 50 subs if we can each live stream and try to get to 200 likes. So if you don't mind hitting that like button, it's greatly appreciated. For those that haven't subscribed, you want consistent good Yankee content, I hope that you'll consider doing that too. I thank you, by the way, always. So we got over 100 people in here already. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Consiglieri's in here too. My consigliere. Man, we have the henchmen here in Texas. We got the whole. I mean, the best part of Texas is in this chat right now, in this live stream. All the most formidable parts of the Lone Star State, right in here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jonathan, foreign, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But let's go over to Alex Verdugo press conference. For those that haven't seen it yet, he had a good press conference today. He said all the right things. And again, like they asked him, what was his initial reaction? Because he was angry when he was traded, because he was invested in the rivalry. He was wondering why. But then he also, he also communicated there was some bitter feelings towards the Red Sox too, and he also credited Aaron Boone for standing up for his players, which is something Alex Cora did not do. So, much to the frustration of a couple other content creators, which I saw today. So, but the fact is, Boone does stand up for his players. He does. So, and loyalty matters. It really does. It really, really does. So I credit him for that. I thank Boone for that. I thank Verdugo for saying that. And he also said how he would transition from being a right field to left field at Yankee Stadium. It's a bigger outfield in Yankee Stadium than it is in the Green Monster. The left field is a shorter wall, but shorter fence, but a higher wall. And a lot of stuff that even in the right field, he hits a lot of stuff into the warning track in Boston that might be home runs in Yankee Stadium. So he's looking forward to hopefully doing that here. He's also looking forward to putting the ball in play. He doesn't really care where he's going to bat in the lineup. So he wants to put the ball in play, and he wants to learn from Aaron Judge and Juan Soto and all these other guys. And he said a lot of these guys reached out to him and welcomed him here, so he felt like part of the family right away, and that matters, man. That's really, really. That's really, really cool. Shout out Tats. Pinstripe Chronicles is here. All right. And again, this type of stuff matters. I was very happy to see it. It looks like he's looking forward to this opportunity. He knows he has an opportunity in front of him. And keep in mind, folks, like If he plays well and stays here, if Gleyber Torres plays well and he stays here, and neither one of them are gonna get extended, they'll get QOs. They'll reject them if they they play well, and they know they're gonna get a better deal. And the Yankees will get a boatload of draft picks and international spending money for next year. So they'll have that too. War vets in the house. What's up, my man? What is going on? So that's the thing. Like, I was excited about Verdugo's press conference, and he said the right things, good answers. He was very calculated. He was very well spoken. He was very prepared for the questions that came his way. Aaron Blum's in the house too. Devin Nolan, what's good? Yeah. That's just. I mean, that's got and nobody's corroborated that. So 9 years, 326. I don't buy that yet. He would have signed already if that was the case. Yeah. It's not. It hasn't been corroborated by anybody yet. So what's happened to Mark Watson, Angela? What's good, Keith, Matt? No, it's not done, Angela. It's not done yet. Who is this person? And why is nobody corroborating this person's tweet? Texas, I'm good. I'm happy to hear that you're doing well, man. I really am relieved, man. I was wondering if you were okay. Now Al Morass is here. Big Ant NYC's in the house. Yes, indeed. Ty from the McPhee show. Who is this guy? David. Happy holidays to you. I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you. It's my pleasure. It really is. Guy, it's my pleasure. I appreciate the support. I appreciate, people coming in, spending time with me and spending time with each other. Strike Zone NFE's in the house too. We got the whole crew up in here. All the made men are here. The captains, the underbosses, the lieutenants, right? The capo regimes, which is captains. Okay? All the made men are up in this place right now. Shahid Ross was good. One is good. So that was Alex Verdugo press conference. It was relatively short, but he said the right things. And then Aaron Boone, they spoke. They were asking him questions. He was saying how well Yamamoto carried himself. How he's got some characteristics that reminded him of Garrett Cole. And they gave him Hideki Matsui put out a video for him. He was not there at the meeting. They acknowledged that him or Tanaka were neither there in person for the meeting. So, but he got a signed jersey from Matsui. They also had a number 18 jersey, Yankee jersey, for him waiting at the meeting. And Boone said, "Here, it's yours if you want it." So they gave him that too. And whatever this substantial offer is, I'm sure it is substantial. And we'll find out in due time. But when he signs, he signs. When he signs, he signs. So, and that's how I'm going to keep it. You know what I mean? We have other moves that I don't like to ignore, while I'm just focusing on. And again, like, there hasn't been news really on Yamamoto. We knew he was going to get big bids from these teams. We know the news now that the Giants were told that they're out on it. So okay, we kind of thought that was going to happen anyway. But like, there's really no news to report right now. He's getting closer. He hasn't signed yet. We're favorites. This team might, that team might, going to sign with someone for someone, and we're getting all these different types of things. But again, there's nothing breaking yet. So, and believe me, when the breaking news comes, I can't wait to get it to you. Especially if it's a good news for the Yankees. I'll be jumping for joy, man. And like I said, I'm excited, but I don't want to shortchange the rest of the guys that are already here. And to be fair to them. So, yeah, Peter. Unfortunately, that he took that, and you're right, he was pretty good, but he fell apart after that. He couldn't stay healthy after that. So, that season in 2022, the innings workload, he averaged. You're generally not supposed to increase more than 40 or 50 innings. He went up by like 90 or 100 innings. So that took its toll, and he was hurt. A lot of 2023, which is why if it were up to me, I would transition him to long relief and keep him there. I would rather take a healthy year of Nestor Cortes in long relief than half a year of Nestor Cortes in the rotation. We have young kids. If they sign two starters, they sign two starters. And if you move Nestor Cortes, then you have the ability to bring up a Will Warren or Chase Hampton or a Clayton Beater, to go with Clark Schmidt. Like, you have the ability to do that. And again, I think his best fit would be long relief. And I've said this for like 2 years now. It would be a good thing for the team to have at least two relievers, preferably converted starters who can handle the workload, because they serve as a great bridge from the innings eaters to rotate the starter guys to the short innings guys. And there's no guarantee that starters are going to give length every single time out. So long relief is really, really important. If a guy gets bombed and after 2 innings, a long reliever can come in for 3 or 4 or 5 innings on occasion. And that's such a valuable asset. And the Yankees haven't had that. And maybe Nestor Cortes would be a good idea. Maybe Luis Hill would be a good idea too. Which to me, it's a logical transition in my opinion. So you haven't missed it yet, Texas. I haven't done the Big Mac and the apple pie. If they sign the kid, I will do a Big Mac and the apple pie. You have my word on that, my friend. You have my word. Yeah, well, exactly, Fortran. I mean, there's no other team that's put forth the courtship that the Yankees have. None. Some Dodger fan told me, "Oh, the Dodgers have been courting him from over a year." Really? It's the first we've heard that. We know that the Yankees have been courting him. And if he's such a Dodger fan, why does he wear Yankee hats all the time? So, like, first I've heard of the Dodgers' long-time courtship. Like, really. I don't know about you, but first I've heard of it. Yeah, I was Joe, I was impressed with Verdugo too. And I liked what Boone said, and he could not contain his excitement for Juan Soto because he knows the effect that he's going to have on this team and this lineup. So he could not. He was like a kid in the candy store. He was so excited to have Juan Soto as a member of the Yankees. It was really cool to see. So I'm happy to see that. I really, really, really am. Tiffany, hello, how are you? I hope we get a good closer. Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. So I put out a video this morning, like how could they effectively fill out these? They're at 38 right now for 40. How can they fortify these last 2 spots? Like, see, if you convert Nestor Cortes to long relief, then you're not adding a roster spot. He's already on the 40 man. If you added Jordan Hicks or something like that, and you add Nestor Cortes to the bullpen, you just got a hell of a lot better in the bullpen. You got Jordan Hicks, you got the power arm in the 9th inning. Nestor Cortes can be a multi-role. Clay Holmes could be considered an 8th inning setup. You could have Scott Efros. You could have Ian Hamilton. There's a lot of different weapons. And again, like, and I haven't even talked about the moves that the Yankees have made of the last week or so. John, thank you so much for the super chat. When the Yankees sign Yamamoto, would you sign Trevor Bauer, Cole Yamamoto, Rodon Bauer, Nestor? I don't think Bauer would be the 4th. To be honest with you, John. I would consider it as a second signing, but I would not do it in place of Yamamoto. There's other guys out there, but obviously you can probably get Bauer on the cheap, and a low salary with a lot of incentives. You probably could do that. So that's something I would consider, John. But I would want to make sure that it's cool with the rest of the team, and Cole's cool with it and all that stuff too. So I think that's very, very important. And but yeah, I mean, obviously, I think a lot of this market has been clogged up because they're waiting for Yamamoto. Other pitchers are waiting to see what this, because he's going to essentially set the starting pitching market. Aaron Nola already signed; he had his big deal, but like all these other big arms are still out there, and they want to see what the heck Yamamoto's going to get. He'll have a better idea. Blake Snell's going to get a lot of money. Jordan Montgomery's getting a lot of money too. John Heyman and Jack Curry, they just said significant. I haven't heard significantly over $300 million. Did they say that right now in the hot stove? And the Dodgers is under $300 million? Did they just say that Yanks for life? Because hot stove is on right now. Did Jack Curry actually say that? Because that would be pretty significant. Have any of the recent 40-man roster signings or minor league signings? Well, so the 2 moves that the Yankees made today, okay? They signed an outfielder, Luis Gonzalez, not the guy that beat us in 2001 in the World Series. Luis Gonzalez, who was part of the White Sox and I think the Giants, and he's a 28-year-old left-handed outfielder. He signed to a minor league deal with an invite to spring training. Okay, so he's not added to the 40-man. They also added a pitcher. What's his name? Nick Birdie, another relief pitcher, again on the minor league deal with an invite to spring training. So anytime they sign somebody on a minor league deal, They're not added to the 40-man. But it brings them depth because they've traded away a lot of pitchers. Okay, and they've made some other signings and trades recently too. And then they made that trade with the Dodgers last week for the infielder and the left-handed pitcher. Both those guys are on the 40-man. Efros is already on the 40-man. Luis Hill's already on the 40-man. Now, the next two spots for 40-man are going to be additions, 39 and 40. If Yamamoto comes, he's one of them. And then I would expect them to sign a reliever of some sort. And, probably, Jordan Hicks would be a good guy to look at. He's only going to cost cash. Or somebody like Devin Williams. It'd be expensive, or David Bednar. They wouldn't be expensive as Emmanuel Clase. So I'd really be interested to see what they do for that last relief spot. They have guys coming back, yes. But I said this earlier, they tried to build a supercharged bullpen in 2019, right? They brought in Zach Britton. They brought him back on a 3-year, $39 million deal. They brought in Adam Ottavino, 9 years, $27 million. They added him to Aroldis Chapman, and it didn't turn out to be the way that they thought it would be. So Britton was healthy for like almost 2 years, and then he kept getting hurt. Ottavino was good his first year. He sucked the second year, so they traded him to the Red Sox. And Aroldis Chapman was like the ultimate enigma here. He was one of the most unreliable closers that they had in a while. Just goes to show how hard it is to find a reliable closer. So I think Twitter posts, I wouldn't. I heard Jack Curry said they made a significant offer, but I didn't see any Twitter posts that, and I'll look at it right now, that they were over 300 and the Dodgers were under 300. That would be news if that's the case. Now let me check. Let's check. Where the hell's Jack Curry? Let's see here. Jack Curry. Jack Curry, yes. Here we go. Says the Yankees are still involved in the pursuit of Yamamoto. We'll tell you everything we know about the story in the hot stove. Yes, at 9 p.m. And that's it. Nothing about them being over 300 and the Dodgers being under 300. Texas Buckeye, thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. Believe me, I'm relieved that you're okay. I'm happy. I'm really happy to see you on here tonight. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Really am. I appreciate it. We missed you here. Yeah, I haven't seen anything where the Yankees are over 300 and the Dodgers are under 300. I haven't seen that yet. So, and Heyman, I don't see anything. I don't see Heyman here either. Heyman, let me check just to be on the safe side here. He just said 8 minutes ago, bidding on Yamamoto is at $300 million plus. That's what John Heyman said. Yankees, Dodgers, and Mets seen as having the best chance, and someone named the Phillies as a potential dark horse. But it doesn't say particularly specifically that the Yankees are over 300 and the Dodgers are under it. But we'll see. We'll see. This one's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Ali, yes, I think they know. They know this. Number one objective is to sign Juan Soto. So, and they know this. So, and again, with all the money they have coming off the books in the next 4 years, they'll be able to do that. And I think they also are hoping that they hit on some of these young kids, like Spencer Jones, like, some of these young kids, Chase Hampton or Will Warren, so that they can infuse some young, controllable players here on the cheap to go with these expensive guys. So they know that. And I said this, like, after this year, they have tours coming off the books. That's at 15. You got Verdugo coming off the books. 9 is 24. Just them. Then you have the Josh Donaldson buyout coming off the books. That's another 8, which takes it, 24, 32. What else do you have coming off the books? If Soto add another 30, that's 62. Then you have a boatload of money. You have a boatload of money coming off the books now. So, all right, 92 likes. All right, we're almost at 100. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes, gang. And then the year after that, you have Aaron Hicks money coming off the books. That's $10 million. And then the year after that, $15 million on DJ. And there's some other guys too, Tommy Kahnle, Johnny Weisiger, some of these other relievers coming off the books. So they have about 100 million coming off the books over the next 4 years. And then Stanton in 2027, right? 25 million coming off the books. So they have a lot of money coming off the books. I think Jordan Hicks, I have a feeling they're gonna. I think he's the one that I feel most comfortable predicting. I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be Jordan Hicks. I heard today that it was a prediction about Liam Hendricks, even though he's coming off Tommy John. This would be like a rehab year for him, and then he'd be back next year too. So, but we'll see. Verdugo, I don't know if he'll be the leadoff hitter. I'm not sure. That's a good question, Brandon. He can go anywhere from like 1 to 6. I think he'll be fine. He's a good contact hitter. If he let off, that's cool. Yeah. Robert Stevenson is another one, Yanks for life. I know he's been talked about a little bit now too. But they brought in some depth pieces, right? And again, makes it easier to trade. Like with the infielder guys, they brought in Jeter Downs off waivers, an athletic infielder with range. The kid Vivas they got from the Dodgers, right? Another infielder with range. Makes it easier to trade guys like Oswald Peraza or Oswaldo Cabrera if they need to for pitching or whatever. Like the outfielder that they got, Luis Gonzalez, might make it easy to move an Everson Pereira in trades. So, it gives them depth and protection. And again, they brought some depth pieces in pitching because they've traded away a lot of pitchers for these guys. So they're replenishing some of the farm. So he didn't say what his number was, Warvet. He said he's going to get a pendant with his number on there, and then that's how he'll be letting people know what his number is going to be. No. Jack Curry is heating up tonight, possibly a landing for Yama. Yeah, Angel, that's what we're hearing. That's what we're hearing. That's what we're hearing right now. Interested with Austin Boone. Yeah, I mean, Boone, you have the zen with Boone, right? He stands up for his players, but he's more of a zen kind of cerebral. And then you have the fire with Ausmus to kind of complement and to get in some players' faces if need be. So he reminds me of like a younger version of Larry Bowa. Larry Bowa brought the fire here when he was with Joe Torre. So, and Joe Torre was kind of the cerebral, kind of the godfather, right? So, and it's this kind of reminds me of just a younger version of that. John, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Yeah, there's nothing on MLB TV just yet. And I'm with Strikes on. I like the moves that the Yankees have made. Some quietly, it's like last year they got Ian Hamilton off the scrap heap essentially, and he's turned into like a Harry Winston diamond. So, and these are the moves that I'm confident that Cashman will continue to make. He finds relief pitching. They're good at developing relief pitching, especially with controllable years. So, and I think they will get guys with controllable years. I'm looking down here to see if there's anything right now on Twitter or anything like that. Nothing yet. Yep. And who knows? Somebody's saying they know more than they're leading on. You got Michael K sitting there with Jack Curry. Maybe they know and they're not leaking it just yet. Maybe they know. I don't know. But Yankees have been talking a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's the Yankees themselves are quiet, but the Yankees beat writers and everybody else have been pretty active today. And the Yankees themselves have been active today. They made 2 moves. They had Verdugo meet, to meet. So it was a good day. It was a good day, and I was very happy and impressed with Verdugo. And I think he knows he's going to be surrounded by a lot of good guys, and he wants to be a productive part of this team and lineup. And I think he's going to do a good job. He's a good defender in the outfield. So I was happy. And it'll be. I really can't wait for opening day to see what do you call it? What the energy is going to be like. Like on opening day, it's going to be absolutely crazy. I mean, it really will be. He really, really will be. I don't know, retired war vet. I mean, at 1 year in SIA, it depends on how well he plays, to be honest with you. I mean, I know they've got, 2 guys. You got Jason Dominguez coming back, and then you have Spencer Jones waiting in the wings. So I wouldn't be surprised if they moved on from Verdugo. I wouldn't be surprised. So Yankees first spring training day. 63 days. Nice. Buckeyes having some of that Brazilian coffee. The good stuff. The good stuff. And Ali, yes, 100%. The Yankees are active this off active. They're very active and very early in the offseason. They generally wait and wait and wait, and they miss out on opportunities. So, and it looks like the Yankees are, doing the opposite. And they know, like they had to get that Soto trade done. So, and they just happened to give Verdugo and Grisham too. So they got three lefty bats all in the outfield, which is freaking fantastic. Fantastic. Grisham's got 2 years here, yeah. So, relatively cheap. Nice. Nice, guys. You know it's crazy? I don't drink coffee at all. So I'm excited for you guys. I don't drink coffee at all. So, and, Tats, I couldn't agree with you more, my friend. Gotta give credit to the front office. They say the guess they have. They like I said this before, I don't care what they say, I care what they do, and they show that they mean business this year, and it's refreshing to see. So I'm with you right there, Tats. Um, well, I mean, there's a good shot. It depends on if I'll put it this way, like I think there's going to be. Let's look at the bench right now. So it's going to be a four-man bench, right? Either Austin Wells or Jose Trevino is going to be on the bench. One of them's going to start. One of them's going to be on the bench. There's always a catcher on the bench, right? They have 5 catches away right now on the 40-man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they traded another one. So, but one of them is going to be on the bench, and then you have anywhere between either Pereira or Peraza or Cabrera on the bench, depending on who's here, who's not traded. So, and then after that, it's kind of a crapshoot. Having somebody, if they move Cabrera, they're going to want somebody who can play infield and outfield. That's why they're talking about potentially bringing back IKF on the cheap because he can play both. Like, we just don't know right now. We really, really don't know. But they've got to improve their bench. So they've got, Oscar Gonzalez, they brought him from the Cleveland Guardians for the outfield too. So they've got some guys here now. And Trent Grisham, if he's not playing. So we have other guys. So, I mean, the bench is going to be deeper than it has been in a while. It's a hell of a lot better than, Willie Calhoun and Jake Bowers and Billy McKinney. It's not to diss any of those guys, but this is just a better bench. It really is. It really, really is. Marcel, thank you for the super chat. Happy and healthy holidays to you, too. Right. Well, they've already told DJ Marcel that he's going to be the starting third baseman. They told DJ he'll be the starting third baseman. So I expect him to be unless J-Ram becomes available, but I don't see that happening. But so right now, I think it'll be DJ. I do. So Robbie's in the house was good. It's going to be. Yeah, I would agree, William. It's going to feel like a damn playoff game opening day. It's going to be fire. It's fire opening day. So I'm trying to get tickets to take my mom to see opening day. So, I already put in notice with my ticket guys. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see. I want to cash. Well, yeah, cashes people didn't want. I think it's important to be clear too, David. Like Cashman's people didn't want Soto, like Mike Fishman and the rest of them. So Hal he wanted he overruled them. So and it's smart and rightfully so. And Hal actually gave Cashman gave Hal a lot of credit afterward. He was happy that Hal stepped in and did that. And Cashman's been way too loyal to Mike Fishman and some of these other people, and Hal stepped in as the boss man and did what he did. So, and again, Cashman gave him full credit for it. He deserved it. He deserved it. We needed Juan Soto. We do. We did. And we still do. So, we don't know, JJ, the substantial offer. We don't know. Cardinals, CJ, I think they're gonna add another pitcher. They've added a couple already. Lance Lynn being one of them, and who else was it? Sonny Gray go? Did he go to the Cardinals? I think he went to the Cardinals too, right? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll get to 150 likes. Hit that like button, gang. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. We got 114. All right. And again, like, yeah, 15 million. Exactly, David. Exactly. Yankees hot stove is still on, Aiden. Yeah, I mean, you hearing anything? You got Jack Curry on there and Michael K. So, and again, they're exactly, Chris. They're not going to leak their offer. The only way we'll find out what their offer is, obviously, if they win the bid, or you'll find out if someone else wins the bid, and then you'll find out a couple weeks after that what the Yankee bid was. If they were runners up, you'll find out, well, the Yankees were the runners up with this and this offer, and so on and so forth. So like that generally happens, and then we'll just like that the Yankees win, we'll find out who the runner ups were for the bid too. We'll get that a couple weeks after that. So, um, but yeah, man. Uh, I'll call. Yeah, you got that right, Texas. He's gonna be on fire. He'll be in fuego on opening day, especially with that team behind him. Oh, you betcha. You betcha. Well, exactly. War vet. I mean, like, if they trade War vet, they open up a roster spot. If they trade Peraza or Pereira or Oswaldo Cabrera, they're all on the 40 man. So they would open up 40 man roster spots, which is why I expect the Yankees to make a couple of more moves no matter what. To fortify either the bullpen or the bench or both. So, and they've already, they've already improved in their backups. Like, Trent Grisham's now backup here. Oscar Gonzalez now backup here. So, like, it's better than what we had before. It really is. So, but yeah, they have 5 catches under 40 men. They have 5. So I expect them to trade one of them. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sonny Gray to St. Okay, he did go to St. Louis. Him and Lance Lynn. I know that. Ryan Stanek. Middleton. I don't know. Middleton might come back to the Yankees too, but I wouldn't be surprised if we went the Cardinals, CJ. I think they still want to add to the bullpen as well as the rotation. I see them adding another starter. All right, hot stove is over, Jonathan. Yeah, I figured as much. No, this might, it might break in the middle of the night for all we know. If it does, I'll be back on here. I don't care what time. And yeah, I hope it doesn't happen tomorrow night because I'm taking my girls to see the tree in Rockefeller Center. We're going to dinner in the city and all that stuff. So I hope it doesn't happen while we're out doing this. So I really, really hope not. So we'll see. Uh huh. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean Kenyon Middleton, he was good here. He was good here. Yeah, I can't see Matt Chapman for the Jays coming here. Jerry. I think he's going to go to the San Francisco Giants. Now that they know they're out on Yamamoto, I could see them adding another bat. I mean, I could see that. There's no room for Matt Chapman here. Why pay $25 million a year when we have DJ third? So I wouldn't do it. You know. Um. Yeah, I don't know, Warvet. I think with the trades they made with the Padres, it kind of eliminated the need for them to trade for these other guys. But again, like after this year, they might make a move if Verdugo doesn't come back or whatever. So Yamamoto decision expected tomorrow. All right, we'll see. I hope it's early so I can put it out. Uh, Attaboy, attaboy, NFA. Go to Wingstop and get a chicken sandwich and fries covered with chip. Damn, you're going serious. I like it. Who's Ty Schmidt? Who is he? Appreciate that, Jerry. Thank you as always. Thank you, thank you. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's other news. It's just why I don't want to just sit in here and ignore everything else while waiting for Yamamoto. So I don't want to do that personally. He's on Pat McAfee show. Who's Pat McAfee? I must be terrible. I don't know who the hell that is either. 100. All right, 17 likes to get to a buck 50. We'll see if we get there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know who the Ty Schmidt is. Hmm. T Drake is in the house. If they get Yamamoto, what moves next? I think another power arm in the bullpen and maybe a secondary starting pitcher, and then I think they'll be done. I think Peraza, they're not the Marlins are not trading Arias. There's no way. Bo Bichette for Torres, I doubt that too. Bo's got 2 more years left. Torres has one. I like the I like the idea though, but I can't see them. It'll cost more than that to get Luis Arias. Pat McAfee show, the former punter from the Colts, was in the WWE for a short time. Oh, okay. Said from sources. What sources? Nobody's corroborating. This is why I don't believe like when they say my sources, my people tell us. I don't buy any of that. So unless you can corroborate it, unless the source is willing to come on there and break the news for you, I don't buy any of it. Realistic percentage, I'd say about 80%, Bill. I'd say about 80%. That's my number, so we'll see. Domingo Herman got an offer from the Padres. All right, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, they got Michael King. If they get Herman, so. But yeah, like Drew Thorpe was a highly rated pitcher, but he was behind Will Warren. He was behind Chase Hampton in terms of the pecking order in the Yankees pitching prospect level. So, which is great. Mostly football based. Okay, Jeets, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. More vet, you'll eat sushi. Sushi is where it's at, man. I love sushi. I could eat sushi every day, every freaking day. Clean, raw, like absolutely, I can eat it. Absolutely, I can eat sushi. Not, but yeah, Bichette's not a great infielder. I love, yeah, me too, Effie. I love sushi too. But so I mean, that's where we're at. Like MLB TV on. Okay, yeah, I mean, it would be fascinating if it broke right now. We'll see. We'll see if it breaks. I'm keeping refreshing Twitter to see if anything pops up. I'm refreshing it again here. Let's see. Nothing yet. No. No. Yes, network. Could we see a 30-30 season from Anthony Volpe in 2024? Jack Curry makes his prediction. Let's see. He's saying he's predicting that Volpe is going to be a 25-25 this year. 25 homers, 25 stolen bases. I could see that. I could see that. I think his batting average would be higher. He'll strike out less. I would agree. My coffee guy is going to sponsor. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Be a good opportunity for the coffee guy, man. It really would. Yeah, I don't think the Phillies would get Yamamoto, but I could see the Phillies getting a Marcus Stroman or somebody like that. I could see them doing that. Yeah, they invested in Nola. That's right. Yeah, he's recovering, William, but like we knew that already. He was recovering fast, but that doesn't mean we should rush him. That doesn't mean we should rush him. So like let him come back and like, even with guys like Bryce Harper, when he came back from the same surgery, they DH'd him for a while. And then they put him back in the field. It's like he's not going back to the outfield now, Bryce Harper anymore. He's going to be the first baseman now. Reese Hoskins gone. They're not bringing him back. Um, and we'll see what happens with Dominguez. He's a good prospect, but that's what he is right now. You know, Las Vegas, last 33. Yeah, with Soriano. That's right. That's right. Why do you think a lot of these writers have been off so many? It's a good question, David. I mean, conflicting reporting. I think some of them are jumping the gun because they want to. It's a highly anticipated free agent season, so a lot of big names. So a lot of them are probably jumping the gun and then having to backtrack. But you know, it happens. It happens. I think it's becoming imminent, Bill. When I don't know. That I don't know yet. So, but we'll see. Yeah, there's nothing verifiable yet. When Ben Rice said it comes to the majors, he's going to hit three. Damn, that's a bold prediction for Ben Rice. 324 when it comes to the majors. Okay. And yet then Suzuki, nothing. He ain't gonna. He's not coming here anytime soon. His team has no incentive to. Why would they walk away from $30 or $40 million in posting fees just to post them at 22? Why would they do that? And nobody's showing us this clause in his contract that they keep talking about. He has a clause in his contract. What clause? And then they're comparing it to Otani. Otani had to have a special exception made for him. He had to have an agreement made by the Players Association and the MPB to get him posted early because he was a two-way player. He got posted a year early. So, what does Roki Sasaki do that other pitchers don't do here in the majors? Nothing. So, Otani was he is a generational player. Sasaki's not. So, that's why I just can't see why Suzuki's going to get posted. So, to answer your question, I'm not hearing anything on Suzuki. No. Appreciate that, Thomas. Thank you. The Yankees game, what do they want? There's so much money there. Yeah, I think so. Because they have a lot of money coming off the books the next 4 years. And I said this earlier, they're gonna have to hit on some of the young guys. Like they gotta hope that Dominguez pans out and Spencer Jones pans out and some of these other guys when they're youngsters to offset the expensive contracts. Absolutely. Yamamoto right now is in the West Coast. Yeah. So all things, what's good? Yeah, I would agree. I don't think I don't think Suzuki's going to get posted until he's 25. It just doesn't, why would his team walk away from uh, all that posting fee money? But that's just my take on it. So, any chance? I mean, they want two starters. I mean, there's a shot. I don't know how long of a shot it is, but yeah, they could do that. I mean, they're both available still, David. So, I'm not ruling anything out, to be honest with you, at this point. I think, the anticipation is with Yamamoto right now. They're trying to lock this thing down, and who knows? Like they could sign Yamamoto, and then like the next day they'd be like, "Oh, breaking news: Yankees signed Shota Manaka too." That would be kind of crazy. But like in 2009, I didn't expect them to sign Mark Teixeira, but they signed him way after everybody else, and he was like the Christmas present that we did not expect to happen, but it happened. It happened after CC and AJ Burnett. So what are they going to do? I think they're gonna trade one of those guys, Aiden. Cabrera, Florian Ferrer. I think they're going to trade at least one of them, maybe two. Now, that rumor was shot down, all things already. He wasn't at the Rams game tonight. Yeah, that was already shot down by some other beat writers. So I don't know who puts this stuff out. And again, I'm not tracking this guy's every move. So, and honestly, it's like Cashman's having dinner with him in Compton. Bill, that's great, man. Everybody rumor said he could make it. Yeah, I mean, he could, but I don't know. When he does, he does. And if he comes here, great. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So, the bigger fish to me was Juan Soto. If we get both, that'd be great. But again, that doesn't guarantee anything either. Jose Ramirez, I mean, if he became available, I would guess the Yankees would be looking into him, but he's going to cost a lot of money too. So Jose Ramirez, he ain't bad. Jose Ramirez is one of the best players in baseball. No, all things I'm telling you, man. I mean, that's what we have, right? Like legit, and you know, you're not going to get like propaganda stuff here. I don't do that. I don't do fluff, and I don't do that stuff. Um, So when the news comes out, you're going to get it, whether it's good or bad. That's why I wanted at the very least talk about the two moves the Yankees made today because they matter too. Like these are DL under the radar moves that the Yankees have been doing all along over the last couple of weeks while we're just waiting for Yamamoto. And I'm not going to put out a video every day. Yamamoto, watch, still happening. He hasn't signed yet. We're waiting. He's close. Not yet, but we're hearing blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that. We haven't signed him and we're waiting for him to sign. That's not breaking news. So, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that, Yanks for life. Appreciate that. Thank you. Verdugo was mad. Yeah, and he even said like after 24 hours, I'm like, because he was invested. He's like, you traded me to the evil to the enemy, and he was pissed at the Red Sox. And then he thought about it and he said, well, does you know what? The manager Boone stands up for his players. Our manager here in Boston really did not, and the Yankees reached out to him, and a bunch of them did. Judge, Cole, Stanton, and Rizzo. So they reached out to him, made it welcome him with open arms right away, and he had a change of heart, and he's now very excited to be here and be part of something potentially something special. And I hope it turns into that. I really do. He's a good player. He's a good player. Um, yeah, exactly that, brother. It was set like he was gonna sign with Boston and blah blah blah. Something like this happened similar with A-Rod. He was supposed to be traded to Boston for Manny Ramirez when he was in Texas, and then that trade fell through. The Players Association didn't because A-Rod wanted to waive some of his money in his contract to facilitate the trade, and the union wouldn't let it happen. So they nixed the trade, and that's when the Yankees jumped in and they traded Soriano and another prospect for him, and they just that's how they got him when the union nixed the trade to Boston for Manny Ramirez. So anything can happen. Anything can happen, which is crazy. Yeah, Verdugo's already clean shaven. He even said, like, yeah, I wanted to get used to see how it felt. I haven't been clean shaven in a while and make sure my skin didn't get irritated. And he liked it. And he looks, his mom, he said his mom likes the way he looks now too. So, you know, he was really cool sport about it. He was really cool, really down to earth. Yeah, we heard that the Giants have been told that they're out on Yamamoto. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, in the next 48 hours, we'll see. Be nice. Be really nice. So I appreciate that, Texas. Again, like it's important to at the very least be accurate. Like I'm not gonna put out the watch, the countdown, and blah. You know, that's not news. That's not news. So I'm not gonna be like my people are telling me, my sources are telling me, I got people on my inside. I'm not gonna act like that I'm some made man or anything like that. Like, if I have a source and he or she wants to leak it, they can come right on here and leak it anytime they want. They can spread a break news anytime they want. And I would not take credit for it. They will get full credit for that. I'm not going to take credit for other people's work. I'm not doing that. So, and you know what I mean? Like it's get stuff from folks. You get stuff from folks here in the streams, in the chat rooms too. Like sometimes you guys and gals break stuff before I see it. I thank you for it. Really. That's why we're invested in our team here. And that's what makes it such a great damn community. Fans. Like it's I think it's the best community out there. I really do. So you might be right. He might not decide until after Christmas. Yeah, he could be. Could be. So yeah, I had predicted Montgomery Rob to the Red Sox. When I did my MLB free agent predictions, I had predicted him to the Red Sox. And that was before we knew his wife. They moved to Boston because his wife is taking her a dermatology residence at Harvard Medical. She's going to be a dermatologist. So, and then that's where they had to relocate to. So, I would not be surprised at all if he goes to the Red Sox. Yep. Hector Gomez just put out here. I don't listen to Hector Gomez. Like, just put out hearing 350 plus. Yeah, okay. That's why, like, I don't listen to these people, Bryce. I don't. So I don't listen to the people saying Roki Sasaki was going to get posted. There's a clause and blah blah blah. That didn't happen. We knew that wasn't going to happen. So, you know, well, you got that right. 3 girls, Texas Buck. I got 3 daughters. 5, 3, and 1. That's my crew right there. That's my crew. 3 daughters and my lovely wife. That's right. Yeah, the only thing we saw in exactly. And Clemens is here too. All the made men are here. We got everybody here. I love it. Yeah, MLB trade rumors did confirm that the Giants have been told that they're out on Yamamoto. I guess they've been told by Joe Wolf, his agent. So, why exactly? I'm not going crazy about him either. We've been fed this whole thing. If we don't do Yamamoto, if we don't do Yamamoto, then it's a failure of an offseason. No, no, no. So we got Soto. If we get Yamamoto, that's great. If we don't, they'll pivot accordingly. They've already shown that they're ready to do it, and they're having dialogue with a lot of these folks already. So I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay one way or the other. But like I said, would I like Yamamoto? Yes, he looks like a good guy, and he looks like a gamer, and like great, so on and so forth. But like, you know, if we don't, I trust them to be fine. Oh, Yankees! We got a Yankees Dodgers World Series prediction coming up here. Yanks for life. I love it. No, the Yankees get Yamamoto and Imanaga. How aggressive I think the Yankees being getting closer. At that point, they might make a trade for a closer. More of that point, they might make a trade, and they may trade a couple other guys as well. They may trade like a Johnny Loizaga, Tommy Kahnle, because that'll free up like $9 million in payroll. So I think if they got both of those guys in the rotation, then I think they would make a couple of trades, you know, in the bullpen market. So Mark finds in tweet. What's he tweeting, Aiden? When I'm not even in the new house yet, JJ. But I will. I'll do it once we're in there. Still getting some work done on the inside. Drywall, insulation, all that stuff. And so I can't believe me. I can't wait to get in the house. I've done stuff, right? Like I've done some shorts outside the house. You'll see it's blue, like a blue siding now. So, but I'll do a tour, and then I'm gonna have my own office there, my own 161 River Ave room, which will be pretty cool. Which I'm very much looking forward to. So, A Rivera Pina, you hearing that the Mets dropped out too? Really? Randy's in the house. How you are? How you doing, my man? There he is. Yeah, they have. This is the first time that I'm confident in saying that they have a plan B and a C. I agree with you. They haven't had that before. They've lost out on so many opportunities, and and didn't really have any or backup plans, and they shot themselves in the foot by not doing that. Now they're ready, prepared. So, um, old house, new. Yeah, yeah. We took the whole second floor off. We put a whole new second floor on. We added 10 rooms on the second floor, so it's big. Yeah, Imanaga and CeeLo, Imanaga and Yamamoto and Soto and Judge and Stanton sounds like it does sound like it. It really does. No, I hope so too, Aiden. Honestly, like I want to get it over with already. No, Imanaga is a trap. It's crazy. Like I keep you hear from a couple of people that Imanaga's kind of reminds them of Keigawa. Well, what if Yamamoto turns out to be that? I'm not saying he will, but I'm not going to say that. He's got a much better repertoire than Keigawa, and Japanese players have gotten a hell of a lot better since Keigawa, since 15 years ago. So they're fine. They would be fine with Imanaga if he happened. The old room I streamed doesn't exist anymore. Oh, it exists. Right now, it's a little room for my little one to nap in. So that's being converted into my room. So yeah, we'll see what finds in. We'll see if finds ends right, Billy. We will see. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, don't lose any sleep over it, JJ. It happens when it happens. Like the Yankees will be fine either way. But the suspense is definitely driving some people crazy. That's for sure. That's no surprise there. No surprise there. So, but again, we can't force the guy to make a decision early. It's a big change for him. It's a big decision to make the next 10 years of his life or nine, whatever, how many years of his life. So it's not easy to be moving from across the side of the world. So not easy. Yeah. Silhouettes. Yeah, exactly. The girls got big rooms. So they're happy. They're going to be happy. They're going to be happy. That announcement we made at some point. Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing, man. Daryl. Oh man. Yeah, that Keigawa was a reactionary move. It was a reactionary move because the Red Sox got Daisuke, but his stats were good in Japan too. His stats were good in Japan. So, Jerry, it's a fantastic community. Let me pull this up. I'll show you folks, Keigawa. Here it is. There it is. Let's see stats. Obviously, he was terrible with the Yankees, but just to give some insight here in terms of, let me see. I'm going to put up stats Japan. Keigawa. Japan stats. Here we go. All right. His Japan stats were pretty impressive. Now, it's not, Tanaka was he went 24-0 the year before the Yankees brought him here. But here we go. Hanshin Tigers, right? He was, let's see, 14-9, then 20-5, then 14-11, then 13-9, then 14-9 before he came to the Yankees. Before he came to the Yankees. And he was, 27 when he came to the Yankees? Yeah, 27. So he had to run 297 ERA, 280, pretty decent. Not earth-shattering. He's not a Yamamoto. He has a career 170 ERA, so statistically, he's the best pitcher to come out of Japan. But, and we hope that it translates. We really do. Yeah, I know, the beard roll. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't care, but I understand why they do it. The George Steinbrenner thing, it pays homage to him. It's a standard that they want to keep. So I get it. I get it. So thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it, man. It's a blessing. And they keep, they got our hands full. They keep us busy, but there's no greater joy in my life than seeing those three girls grow and be happy and safe and loved. So no greater joy for me. Tanaka was a beast for us. Yeah, he was great for us. He came after a 24-0 run. And then he partially tore his UCL, never got Tommy John surgery, so he pitched with that stuff. And he pitched, yeah, exactly, pitched for the next 7 years. So, gangster, he made adjustments. So, man, Texas, Texas looks like it's happening up in here, man. I love it. If the Mets somehow get Grossi Yamamoto, yeah, I mean, yeah, but what's the selling point for the Mets? Maybe in 4 years we'll be a playoff team. Right? We don't really have a farm. We got to upgrade the farm. We don't know if we're going to re-sign Pete Alonso. So, what's the selling point for the Mets? That's my question. Like, you know what I mean? So, we'll see. He definitely has money. He definitely has money. So, I appreciate that, CeeLo. Boss is cool, but I prefer being a leader than a boss. But I get it. I get it. You know. Yeah. Well, yeah, I wanted Jungle Lee too. Oh, oh. I wanted him too. He has, he had a great profile, but he would I think he would have been a good leadoff hitter here. But we didn't get him. That's okay. I think we're okay with Soto and Grisham and Verdugo. We're okay. And he's going to the Giants, so he's not like he's going to the Astros and is going to hurt us all the time. So he's going to the Giants. And I think Matt Chapman will go there too, so we don't have to deal with him either in Toronto. No, the Jets are moving to the big. They might, yeah. Man, shoot, man. They're going to be close to a top 3 pick in the draft. Keep playing like this. We don't know what numbers Verdugo is wearing yet, Matthew. He said it today in his meeting that he didn't want to tell anybody, or maybe he didn't know whether he could share it. He's going to get a pendant for his necklace, and then he's going to wear the number on that pendant. That's going to be how once he gets the clearance, once he gets essentially permission, he'll let that know, and you'll know what his number is going to be on his pendant. So that's what he said today. I don't know. His ground ball rate, I'm not worried about word life because he batted 340 in his career. So he clearly hit him in the right spots. 340 career batting average and the 400 on base percentage in his career. The only other player that had that high on base percentage was Juan Soto, and we got him. So I was impressed. I was impressed. Yeah, Reese Hoskins. I mean, unfortunately, he'd be blocked here. So, what's your feelings on this Zoom intro nonsense? What's the Zoom intro? I don't know what that is. Well, what is that, Diver JC? Yeah, there has to be intro now for Zoom. To have a Zoom meeting? Really? Anybody hear about this? I haven't heard about it. Yeah, I don't think Chapman's going to be a fit. I think Chapman will be a fit in San Francisco, but not here. Grisham, we don't know yet either, Matthew. Haven't heard anything about the numbers yet. No press conference for. Oh, press conference? I mean, these guys were trades and they're only here for a year. If they get what do you call it? If they get extended, there'll be a big press conference in New York. Yeah. I appreciate that, CeeLo, man. I appreciate that. I NYU on the ground, yeah. He doesn't like me very much. So um but he does his thing over there. We do things differently, so you know, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But I appreciate the loyalty, CeeLo. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the kind words. But you never know. I mean, there's some other people who put out some good stuff. So, you know, and credit to them. Really, credit to these people. Really. Imagine your Soto and Yoshi gets a big press. So wouldn't you feel? No, I would not. I wouldn't diver unless they signed into an extension. I wouldn't feel slighted. Me, unless I know I was going to be here for a long period of time. Just like I don't think Judge is going to feel slighted if Soto makes. He's probably going to make 200 million more than Judge when he's if he gets an extension here. So, and it's appreciate that NFE. And again, like, I don't think he'll feel slighted. Just like I don't think you know, I think Judge wants to win. I think Cole wants to win. And I think Soto wants to win. So, and he knows if he gets a big extension, they're definitely gonna have a press conference for him then, because that'll be all stops for that one. So, no doubt about it. Cohen does have money to burn. Yep, exactly. I don't know any billionaires who like losing money. He's gonna be smart about his money this time. He's gonna learn from it and make adjustments. So, I think the Yankees trading for to Miami. I would be fine with that. If they can get a trade for Luzardo and trade some bats for him, I would be okay with that. I think he'd be a good addition to the rotation too. Young lefty, he's got a good arm, cheap, controllable years. I'd be okay with that. I really would. So, oh, Judge did fine. Yeah, he's gonna make. I mean, he's gonna make hundreds of millions in merch. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Shit, sponsorship, and all this other stuff. No, Judge is fine. Um, Cease and Snell. You could probably get Cease and Snell for less than Yamamoto. So I like the fact that folks are coming up with alternatives, right? And proposing that, because there's so much of this, Yamamoto or bust stuff there that you know, I don't want to take anything. Snell's a two-time Cy Young winner in both leagues. So even though he's older than Yamamoto, can't take that away from him. Boone, they gave him a Yankees number 18 jersey. War vet, yeah, they gave it to him and said, "This, you come here, this is yours." So that was a really cool gesture on their part. So, well, this is a good point too from Texas. Getting paid makes great. You got that right. And it's like Soto is going to make a lot of money in endorsements. If Yamamoto comes, he's going to make a lot of money in endorsements. Like Otani's going to make a lot in LA. So, I mean, Soto's going to make so much money, it's going to be hand over foot. But now, and I'll say this again, Scott Boras, don't be surprised if he asks for 700 million like Otani got. He has an argument for it now, and he's going to use that, Scott Boras. Now, Kershaw. Well, I don't know about Kershaw. The reason why I say that, JJ, is because Kershaw had shoulder surgery. He's not available to pitch until like August. So Bauer maybe is a plan B. But I think if Yamamoto doesn't happen, I think they're going to go the trade route. And then Bauer is a secondary piece, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. No. Yeah, Boone said Dominguez might be back soon. I mean, I wouldn't rush him personally, but we'll see. He's young, he's talented, he's a strong kid, so I hope so. But I want to make sure they do it right, protect this kid. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was Warvet was a fantastic gesture. It was a fantastic gesture. Like, nobody's courted this guy like the Yankees have. Nobody. They flew out to Japan every week the whole year. Not big. This is not a like a 90-minute flight to Bermuda from New York. This is a, and 12, 13, 14-hour flight. I don't remember how long it was. About 13-hour flight to Japan every week. That's a lot of frequent flyer miles. Bauer might be a plan C or D. You might be right about that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this, like the Phillies were smart with Bryce Harper, and I feel like when he came back from, they had the same surgery, so they DH'd him for a while, so he was not throwing, was not doing, he just hit. It took him a while to get into his groove again, and then once he did that, then they play him at first base, and then they know he's going to be the permanent, like he's replacing Rhys Hoskins at first base now. He's not going to go back to the outfield. So if they're smart. I mean, and Dominguez is like 8 years younger than Bryce Harper. So if they're smart, they'll do this right. They don't need him right now with all the outfielders that they got. So take your time. Do it right. Be smart. Protect this kid. Yeah, 14 hours. Yeah. So, what more vet? I think the Yankees would have the upper hand. I mean, honestly, like if he's going to ask for that much money, it's going to rule out like 28 out of 30 teams anyway. So it would be between the Yankees and whoever, and like on one or two other teams. So, um, and even if the position player list was substantial, he'd be at the top of it anyway. So, and especially if he has a good year this year, but and he's going to get a lot of love here, and the opportunity he's going to get in New York is going to be unlike anywhere else. So I think the Yankees have the upper hand in extending him, and he may be able to sign an extension before he gets a free agency. If they make him a number like 12 years at 50 million per, that's 600 million. I think that's probably going to be short. So he's 5 years younger than Otani. That's crazy. Yeah, it's about 90 minutes, CeeLo, from New York to fly to Bermuda. It's short and sweet. My wife was down there. She did a work thing, and I flew down to Bermuda every other weekend to see her. She was down there for like 4 months. Amazingly, yeah, yeah. I mean, the problem is with Tommy John's like it's gonna be like a freak injury. It's like tearing an ACL. It's like a freak injury, JJ. So I wouldn't say it's odd. I mean, it's unfortunately somewhat common, and but it's unfortunate. But I think it's unfortunate more than odd, JJ. So, but I do expect him to be back and be back healthy. So, and he's a switch hitter too, which helps. Really helps. Caught in a Bermuda. Oh yeah, God, yeah, I wouldn't want to get caught in a Bermuda Triangle. I think Verdugo's going to play his ass off. I think Torres is going to play his ass off because they're coming into contract years, so they're going to want to maximize their performance so they can maximize the next contract. And so I do think the Yankees have some motivated players this year, which I think is going to come in handy. Juan Soto too. So they have a lot of guys that they're going to be on contract years. But yeah, Torres is going to be playing for a big bag. And with all the infield depth that the Yankees have, they are not going to re-sign Gleyber Torres. So, if that's the case, if you're not going to trade him, then let him play out the year, give him a QO, let him walk, get the draft picks, and then international money back in return. You know what I mean? We can do that, Texas. Once the holidays are over, we'll start the new year off with another team build. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Texas. I like it. We'll build another car. We'll build another team with our baseball cards. Shout out to Texas Buckeye for that idea. Thank you for that. I don't know, JJ. We'll see what happens. If he's a good fit here, you never know. Stanton, I think he's healthy and he's leaning out, so I think he's going to be. I think he's going to have a good season. I think Rodon's going to have a good season. So count down some bounce back seasons from some players and then some good players. Like the Yankees could have a monster year. They really, really could, and I hope that they do. But Diver, yeah, he did seem pumped to be a Yankee. He was well spoken. He was prepared for the questions. I was very happy with his answers. So Glaber a monster year. Do we let him walk? Do we feel comfortable letting him 5? He's going to get a hell of a lot more than that. Top Kevlar, unfortunately. If he has a monster year, you're looking at probably the Marcus Semien type contract. He made 175 at the age of 30. Torres is 26. So yeah, this hasn't been corroborated by anybody credible. The 9 years and 326. That's the problem. No. None of the Yankees beat writers, none of the folks have corroborated it yet. Chicken parm's in the house too. Chicken parm. It's my favorite sandwich in the whole world, by the way. Chicken farm. Yeah, I mean, if you get Soto, you get bounce backs by some guys, like they could have a legendary freaking offseason. So it's exciting. Yeah, same thing. We're hearing the same thing by this one source who he's saying my sources are telling me, yet he's not naming any of his sources. Done for 9 years at 326, looking for confirmation, so I have doubts. Yeah, we're not getting, and this has been out for a couple hours now, Tats, so not getting confirmation yet. Boone is in his walk year two. That's right. That's a good point. 8 to 10 years, 280. I mean, if you could get him for that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the San Francisco Giants are out on Yamamoto. Washington Generals. Rizzo, Rodon, and Stanton. Imagine that, man. Oh God. Hmm. But so again, slowly but surely, the Yankees are kind of replenishing some player capital that they gave up in trades, right? Whether it be pitching, they're stocking up infield depth, and again, they're making it easier to make these types of trades. Like, I would imagine teams are probably asking for either Everson Pereira or Oswald Peraza or Oswaldo Cabrera. So by getting some of these guys, um, it makes it easier for them to move on from some of these prospects. So these could be strategic moves too. And at the very least, they have more depth. Like Jeter Downs was a top 50 prospect in all of baseball not too long ago, and he still has great range. And so does this kid, the other kid, Vivas, got great range too. So they had they've had some nice, quietly good depth. I appreciate that, Tats. Always appreciate you, my man. You're right. For those who haven't read seen the Pinstripe Chronicles podcast, please take a look at them. They have a great panel, and if they're still available, I'm going to have them on live with me on Saturday night. Pinstripe Chronicles and myself, so the gang, and I'm really really hoping that they can make it because you can get some great baseball knowledge from these folks. They've got a great crew, and I always look forward to listening to these guys. I really do. So, but I appreciate that, Dennis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And but that's the news right now. I mean, quietly making moves, Cashman, while they're waiting. They're adding some tadpoles while they're waiting for the Mako shark. So, yeah, word lifer, I would agree. Barely affected by his trade to Boston. I think a breath of fresh air in New York will do him some good, and he'll get some more opportunities. And again, they traded away Trey Sweeney. Now they replace him with Jeter Downs and this other kid. So, you know, they're going to be okay. I think they're going to be okay. Absolutely. And I agree with you 100%. Maybe we can turn them around. So, Davey, it wasn't always 161 River Ave. I wanted to do something. I left corporate America. I wanted to do something where I loved. I want to talk about stuff that I love. So I have a baseball channel. This one I have a running channel too. So for those that are competitive runners or coaches, if you train for a 5K or marathon, whatever, I have a channel with that as well. And I wanted to talk about stuff that I loved, and get to the point where I was able to monetize it and make income off it. When now we're at the point where I'm doing both channels now. So, and it was originally called Die Hard Yankee Fan 447, but it was a little too long in the tooth. So I changed it to 161 River Ave, which is the address of the original house that Ruth built. So the OG Yankee Stadium, that's the address, 161 River Ave. I said I wanted to pay homage to the old stadium, so I wanted to make sure there was no channel name with that, and I got lucky. So that's my story. Um, that's my story there. I want to keep it simple. I'm very happy to talk baseball with you folks, Yankee baseball. I'm very happy to talk running with the running community too. So Sweeney was blocked in a lot of different ways. Yeah, he was blocked by too many guys. Too many guys. How many more besides Soto, Verdugo, Rizzo, and Torres are playing for a new contract? I think Tommy Kahnle. I think Johnny Loizaga. Clay Holmes. He's a free agent after next year. There's a couple of guys. Maybe it's like 6 guys or something like that. So it's something to keep an eye on. Yeah, they will make some decisions, Dennis. 100%. 100%. They will move some guys to clear up roster spots and to add more depth in areas where they're deficient. They're definitely going to improve their bench, their backups, their bullpen at the very least, and their rotation. So um, Sweeney played first. Yeah, but I think they might transition Spencer Jones into that role. Just makes more sense, Spencer Jones. But we'll see. We will see. Um, so I mean, it's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't happened yet that are great possibilities for the Yankees. It's good that they have players that have multi-positional versatility that can play multiple positions, and which increases not only their innate value here, but it also increases their trade value elsewhere. So, and which is great. So that's why guys like Oswaldo Cabrera have value. Guys like IKF even have they have value. They're not sexy players, but they have value. And anytime you have catchers that have durability and can actually put the ball in play, they have great trade value too. So um, Box Sports is reporting those numbers. What's Box Sports? There's been Rice. There's also been talking about him playing first base, but yeah, Diver. But it's going to be interesting to see. But this is a good problem that the Yankees have. All this depth, right? Like, would they be able to fit in Rice and Spencer Jones? And I have no idea. No idea. They might. You know, not comfortable. Yeah, I think honestly, I think Judge is going to platoon like in center and right. Um, and he got some DH days too. So, yep. I hope Stanton gets an opportunity to play a little outfield too. I hope so. We never try for any right hitters who great question, JJ. I have no idea. IKF, did he have the lowest ERA in the team this year? So he might have. But yeah, I mean, all signs are pointing towards Spencer Jones being a superstar. And he's using Aaron Judge's hitting coach now, looking to cut down on the strikeouts, and he's got all the makings of a star player. And lucky to have him here. Austin Wells can play first base too. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, who makes it, who stays, who gets moved, and so on and so forth. So, um, if I can, what is it? If I can get Yamamoto and trade for Cease with a four-headed monster, that would. Oh God, yeah, Thomas. Yeah. Oh God, that'd be a huge four-man rotation. Be disgusting. IKFC, I see Jonathan right. Jonathan's right. He has 0.0 ERA. Beat that. Cy Young Award winners, huh? Exactly. Pinstripes, don't apologize, man. You're not the one that's posting this stuff, my man. You're nothing to apologize for, Tats. Nothing. Now you said too, waiting for confirmation and that's the problem with these sort. That's why I don't, you know, want to continue putting out videos on it every single day because we keep getting more BS from sources and more propaganda and more smoke. Like as much as it's exciting to talk about him, he's not signing yet. So there's other stuff, and I'm not going to ignore the other moves that the Yankees have made. It's not fair, in my opinion. So I love you too, Jesse, man. Appreciate that. Davey, I appreciate that too, man. Appreciate the kind words, man. I really do. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that he'll be a Yankee too. Okay, but I'm also, I want to infuse a little bit of reality in there too. If he doesn't, it's not the end of the world, and I want to communicate that message. People may not agree with me, and that's fine. But to me, it's not the end. I'm not going to lose an ounce of sleep if he doesn't come here. Not even a minute. Would it be nice to have him? Sure, absolutely. But we don't get him. We don't get him. So why is Steve Cohen not flexing his money power like George? Well, I mean, Davey, it's the problem, in my opinion, is George had a consistently winning team to back up his money. Uncle Steve doesn't have that yet. He has a shitload of money, but not the winning team to back it up. And that matters, in my opinion. And honestly, I mean, you want to come to New York, the big stage is not Queens, it's the Bronx. Everybody knows that. Mets fans hate hearing it, but it's true. So and yeah, I'm with NFP here in the strike zone. I'm waiting for one of the big names to put it out. Once one of the big names put it out, then we'll get all the big names in like 5 minutes later. They'll all be like, oh, boom, 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 and they'll corroborate it. So because they'll all get it like right across the board, which would be great. Yep. Valdez, yeah, Framber. Valdez, yeah, Framber Valdez, man. Many pieces available. There's a lot of pieces out there, Divergence. Yes, there's lots of pieces. So, and again, it looks like none of these pitchers are signing until Yamamoto signs because I think his contract is going to shape the market for a lot of other starters, and they'll get a better idea if he makes a big more. You know what I mean? Then guys are going to be like, well, I can ask for more now, and so on and so forth. Just like Yamamoto's market has been elevated due to Otani, thanks to Otani. You know what I mean? So, what if the super agent asks for more than Garrett Cole? I personally, I think that, the big offer is probably 250 now, and he's trying to scare teams into going to 300, and they're not biting. I think they know, and they're holding firm, and they're not biting, which to me is refreshing. You know what I mean? So, but he wouldn't be doing his job if he didn't do that. You know what I mean? So, um, but we'll see what happens. We're not getting any corroboration from John Heyman saying it. They were looking at 300 million plus. We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. So, I think the Osmonds pickup will be big. I think James Rosen will be a good one too. And some of these low key moves that the Yankees have made so far. So I think we're gonna like Alex Verdugo. We'll see. I'm looking forward to spring training. Looking forward to going opening day. I can't freaking wait. And I'll be doing shorts during that game opening day because I want you folks to be part of that experience. Uh, Trade market looks, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of trade market opportunities too. Marlins, White Sox, Guardians, there's a lot of opportunity out there right now that hasn't been tapped into yet. So, you know what I mean? So, but that's where we're at right now. Hope he's on the West Coast right now, Aiden. He's on the West Coast. So, um, he's on the West Coast, man. Who knows what he's doing? But people are already kind of planting the seed. Oh yeah, he's signing with the Dodgers and blah blah blah. And there's no proof of that. And if he did, go right ahead. If the Dodgers are going to give him a massive overpay, go right ahead. Let him do it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, Paranormal. Give my love to your family. My love to your family, Paranormal. Cease he was much better the year before, but he has a lot of um a lot of upside. And I don't think he wouldn't be expected to be any more than a 3 here. So, where he's expected to be the ace in Chicago. You know what I mean? So, well, we'll see. I appreciate that. Say hi to your wife. My greetings. Happy holidays to you and your family too. I appreciate that. I just want to be accurate, sensible, you know, and respectful to people. And everything else, in my opinion, falls into place. But yeah, to you, same to you. Same to you, Paranormal. I appreciate that. Let me see. Let's see if we get any updates before I wrap it up, because I will wrap it up in a second. Been listening to me ramble for so long now. We talked about the news already with the Verdugo press conference, the Boone talking to people today, the 2 moves that the Yankees have made. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, talking baseball. Multiple sources believe Yoshinobu Yamamoto will make his decision in the next 48 hours per Feinzand. Yeah, no surprise. No surprise. Let's see. Yeah, nothing else. Yeah. Yes, and I'm pumped too, Randy. We got lefty bats. We balanced out the lineup, and I said this. I like if you break it into three segments now: one, two, three, then four, five, six, then seven, eight, nine. Each segment of three, you can have a power bat and a contact bat. Each segment of nine. That's how deep of the Yankees lineup is now. Which is, to me, we haven't had that in a long time. So, and yeah, Grisham. I think he'll be a hitting gem too. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, I think people are pumped about the Yankees season, man. Heck yeah. Nothing really much, Yankee fan. We're hearing reporting that the decision is imminent in the next 48 hours per Mark finds it. Potentially, there's a $300 million offer. Nothing really that we haven't been hearing. So, the Yankees made two moves. They brought in a relief pitcher today. They brought in an outfielder for depth. So, and which was to me just as important. And again, so like steals, I think Volpe's steals are going to go up. I think so. I wonder where Volpe's going to hit. Is my question. That's where I. That's where I. I wonder. I really, really wonder where he's going to hit. Whether he's going to be at the top or he's going to be at the bottom. That's the key. I mean, really, really is the key. 100. All right, we're 11 likes away from 200. Maybe we'll get to 200, but I will wrap this up. If you had Jabba, yeah, I had it. I interviewed Jabba Chamberlain last week. He put on some size, but he's so cerebral. He's so down to earth. He's so well spoken, and he had great insight. And I was really, really happy to have him on. Like I've been lucky enough to talk to some of these other guys too, like Jared Cerna and Chase Hampton and some of these other top. I talked to Andres Chaparro last year, and um, it's been a great pleasure. And I got to give credit to Nathan Ramachandra for having me part of the panels to interview these folks. I mean, I'm really grateful that he's has me on there. So I bring the question, try to be prepared, and try to bring to the conversation. Just like you folks do here, I try to bring to their conversation. So you folks elevate the conversations here, and I appreciate that. But that's where we're at right now. So let me let me let you go. I am going live on Saturday night, so if you're around, come join me. I'm hoping to have Tats and the Pinstripe Chronicle crew on, and thus we can continue to talk about this stuff. So, but have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all yous. You are the best. And if you're not here on Saturday, have a wonderful holidays and Merry Christmas. But I'm hoping to see you all before that. So take care. Have a great night. I'll see y'all next time.